My dear friend, you are most welcome on my channel. I am feeling somewhere after recovering from my viral fever. So now we will start the series of the demerits of the Islam and the demerits on original of Islam, and what is the reflection of Islam against the unity and the society. Though the followers of Islam supposed to know that Islam is a religion of peace and harmony, this is not true. And the Islam is the book sent by Mikhail Angel via God or Allah, Islamic God known as Allah. It is not true. It is totally false expectation of Islam. Because Islam is the reality or the reflection of the Prophet Muhammad's life himself. He was very anxious and very self-indulgent person. Simply, he was dependent on the income of his first wife Khadija. And at the time of Prophet Muhammad Sahib, he was sent to his Nanihal or his mother's house, that is known as Nanihal or Nani house in Iraq, in Arab. And there was no such type of civilization of Arabic people, because this is why they could agree with the Prophet Muhammad guidelines. Prophet Muhammad was so ambitious to regain the power against those Jewish tribes which were abhorred or abiding in whole the Arab. This is known as the Middle East. And you see, all the prophets came down in the Arabic Peninsula or nearby the Arab, as Egypt, Syria, Palestine, Jordan, Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the Israel. What is the amazing thing that these prophets never could not get awareness about the rivers of the Asiatic lands, just like Ganga, Jamna, Brahmaputra, Saraswati. Even they do not know about the Afghanistan, which is the prime center or egoistic center of Islam, as Taliban claimed. The Afghanistan was under the Sanatan Vedic culture. Afghanistan was part of the Sanatan Vedic culture. And the Kandahar is the capital of the Sakuni. You have heard in the Mahabharata that Sakuni was the maternal uncle of Duryodhana, who was the nephew of Pandu. Dhritarashtra have 101 sons, and the Pandu has only 5 sons. They are Yudhishthira, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, and Sahadev, with his 2 wives, that is known as Kunti and Sandri. So let us come on the point of the how Islam devastated the Arabic culture and their ancient culture. As you know, when the Islam was not prevalent in Makkah, Even it is very confusing that what was the birthplace of Prophet Muhammad Sahib. Certainly, it is not the Mecca city because there was no Mecca city at the time of Prophet Muhammad birth. And at the time of Prophet Muhammad birth, the significance analysis of the Mecca city was found in many scripture that there was the lands of or orchard of grapes and many crop or agriculture field was present there. But it is very amazing that there is no flowing land or agriculture or cultivation land in the periphery of the Makkah city, the present Makkah city. So certainly the Prophet was born nearby the Petra city, which resemblance is with the description of the books at that time which was written after the death of the Muhammad Sahib. So you will surprise then when Makkah came in existence. It is very amazing that after death of Prophet Muhammad Sahib in 613, the Makkah has been described in the description of in their books at 740 AD, means after the death of Prophet Muhammad. The difference between the death of Muhammad and the description of the Mecca city is about 110 years, 127 years. So this is not ample or enough to describe that this all stories has been created by the descriptive or the Islamic scholar who wrote so many hadiths and so many books on the Islam after the death of Muhammad Sahib. It is very amazing. Quran also concluded after the death of Prophet Muhammad Sahib, after 80 years almost. So, what is the guarantee that there is no any misinformation in this Quran book? And something is disturbing or something is very amazing in the origin of Islam. Since beginning, it is under the criticized because some expectation of Islam origin is just like a ridiculous story or fable story or fairy tale story only. You see, there is any possibility of any book came sent down from the sky to the Muhammad Sahib. What is the reason of Prophet Muhammad Sahib that only the Prophet Muhammad bin Abdullah was able to get these verses through Mikhail, or known as Michael in English? This is the only way to disrupt the Arabic people mindset because they were not so intelligent at the time, and Prophet Muhammad was somewhat more cunning than to those peoples who were liberal and civilized people. The journalists, Jews, caravans were involved in the trade of horses and many other agriculture community, including gold and date palm and silver. So this is the main business And the second astonishing thing, that Makkah was never a city as a business significance. Makkah was very insignificant it in the trade route, which is known as the Silk Route or the Resham Route in Hindi. This is why the beginning of the Islam is totally unveiled in the faith or only iman, not the base of the actual substances. So Islam can be treated as a notion of Prophet Muhammad Sahib himself itself. So when Muhammad was born in a family of Hasim clan, the tribe of Banu Quraysh, his father was died before his birth and his mother died when he was 6 years old only, and his dada ya grandfather was died when he was only 14, I think. And as it is described in the Quran or Hadith, not in Quran, there is nothing description of Quran in this matter. So we can say Quran is the only a lame book, LAME, or Luli Langdi Kitab. So because Muhammad was frustrated and he was discarded by the Makkans because his abnormal activities, as he renowned himself as a prophet, and he produced a fairy tale story that he went to a cave that is known as the Hira cave near the Medina city, and he found that someone is coming to this cave, and when Muhammad saw him, he caught the Muhammad Sahib with his both hands with bosomly, and Muhammad was trembling down due to the fear. Who is this man? Such type have a glittering light, not just like a human being. Because as per Islamic doctrine, angels have no body, no hand, no eyes, but only a glittering light, just like a twinkling of the star in the sky. So first we have to see that the assumption or expectation of angel is totally false. This is the basic point that the Islam is stands on the basis expectations, as the basic false expectation of Islam that earth is balanced by the pillars made by the Allah. So the beginning of Islam is totally a false expectation of Prophet Muhammad Sahib brain, because Prophet was itself not so learned person, but his interest was only to looting the wealth of the Jews and looted their women and looted their horses, camels, silver and gold, etc. etc. As these caravans means Jewish tribe businessmen caravan passed throughout the Medina to Syria, Damascus. This is the main route of the business. Generally, caravans used to go the same way. In between this way, the Medina city was there. So, this is the gold chance for Muhammad Sahib to looted these caravans, because after digging out from Medina to Makkah to Medina, Muhammad was so frustrated, because Muhammad went once to the Taif, Taif city to asylum from the Makkah, because Makkans were not happy with the abnormal habits of Prophet Muhammad Sahib, so-called prophet. I would not like to say him as a prophet, because his work was so treacherous work against the humanity. We cannot respect such type of person, which is known as Prophet of Islam, that is Muhammad bin Abdullah or Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. This is the such type of respect to that prophet as we are respect to those mafias. If we are the member of those mafia groups, as many mafias, why should we go in the personal name of these mafias? So, all the work which could be heard to the Jewish peoples, Muhammad did commit the same work. So when Muhammad was growing younger, he was eager to fetch some money by hook and crook. And when Muhammad Sahib asked to marry with the daughter of Abu Talib, his mentor, Hani, his real name was not Hani. The real name and the history character of that Hani, the cousin sister Muhammad, I will tell you next series. Next part of this series. This series will continue up to 3 or 4 years. And even a single aspect of Muhammad Sahib will be described in this series. So when Muhammad Sahib asked to marry with Hani, the cousin sister of Abu Talib. Abu Talib was the mentor of Prophet Muhammad Sahib when his mother, father, and his grandfather was died. Even Abu Talib refused to marry his daughter to Muhammad Sahib, because he told to Muhammad Sahib, you have nothing, you are not so rich, so how we can marry, I can marry my daughter to you. So he refused. But after some time, Abu Talib sent Prophet Muhammad Sahib to Khadija, the widow woman of the Makkah. He was twice married, but unfortunately, both husbands were died in very early age. So hardly he was only 26 or 28 years old at the time of marriage, third marriage with Muhammad Sahib. And first, Muhammad Sahib not married, but first he went go to serve his business as a servant. And primarily Khadija was the master of Muhammad Sahib, because she was a rich business woman. And so Muhammad became as a servant under the guidance of Khadija, and Abu Talib was that person who always favored the Muhammad Sahib, but Muhammad Sahib never respect his uncle and even his parents. This is the character of Muhammad Sahib. This is the first series, first part of this series, first video of this series. So I hope you will be healthy and wealthy. Thank you very much. We will describe the second part of this series next day, because I am suffering from some viral fever and recovering. So my idea to rest. Vande Mataram. Jai Hind.